YouTube, what is going on? Today, we have something a little different. I finished Assassin's Creed Mirage last week. And earlier on in the month, I saw someone do a review of the game. And they reviewed the game after playing it for only an hour to two. And I thought, you know what? I want to do a review of the game. I've now beaten the game. We've fully done the game. I've spent 30 hours playing the game. So I wanted to give a full review from 30 hours of me playing this. So, my experience with the game was, I had a lot of fun. There's a lot to do. There are some things that I will pick on later on, right? But there's a lot to do. The gameplay continuously makes it so you want to continue the story. It continues to excel the story. And it genuinely is just a nice push into it. It's not like Valhalla, where as soon as you go to England, you get lost and you're running all over the place, and the next thing you know is like, you don't know what you're doing, right? This one, you're in Baghdad, you're in this area, you got to do this, so you go do that. Oh, that unlocked this, cool, so now I do this. That unlocks this, okay, so there. Like I said, I spent 30 hours playing the game, thoroughly enjoyed it, and one of the first things I wanted to say was the graphics. Visually, this game looks awesome. As you can see, right, here's the boy Basim, right? And if you want to know the graphics here. I really don't feel like I need to say anything else about the graphics. The graphics look phenomenal, right? So, now getting into gameplay. For the people that were expecting a brand new experience with Assassin's Creed, or something like, oh, they changed so much. This is an Assassin's Creed game. It's always going to be Assassin's Creed is always going to be Assassin's Creed. There's only a couple things that have changed, and even when I say changed, it's not even changed, right? There's a couple things that are different or tweaked, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. You're an assassin, you run around, you kill people, right? The only major difference between this one and other ones is simply the fact that in this game, it is more sneaky. Everything you need to do is like hiding, it's sneaking. There's not a lot of true combat. There is combat, don't get me wrong, but there's not a whole lot of true combat. Where, I mean, like, you're not like fully like, you know, engaged in a fight. A lot of it is very sneaky. You're running around, you're hiding, you jump down on people, you assassinate, you use your different abilities. Right, you have all these different tools you can use, between throwing knives, blow darts, smoke bombs, traps, noisemakers, so you never are truly in a combat situation. The parkour it's always going to be kind of the same. You're going to get the same little things, but it's still Assassin's Creed. I think that's the biggest thing that I would say with this, that I've seen as a negative that people have said, which is wild to me that people say it is a negative, is that Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed. If I say Assassin's Creed and I say gameplay of the Assassin's Creed, right, I've said Assassin's Creed like 7 times now. But if I say, oh, this gameplay plays like Assassin's Creed, you guys know exactly what I mean. It means that you can climb up stuff. It means that you're going to be hiding. You're going to be sneaking. You're going to be running around. You're going to be assassinating people. Y'all know exactly what I mean. And that's what this game does. That's it. Like, it's a new skin on an old formula. And the new skin works. And the old formula being back works. The world is pretty big, right? The world is this is a pretty big map. The really cool aspect about this map is this. Really, everything that you do takes place right here. That's it. It's in this one area. There's a couple of things you do out here, a couple of things you do out here, a couple of things you do over here. But overall, the majority of the game takes place right here. And each thing you do leads to the next aspect of the game. You have this investigation tree. The investigation tree shows you all the different things that you have to do, and you unlock them by doing certain things. So, for instance, when you first start off, Ali ibn Muhammad, you have to start here though. You have to start with Bessie. Then you have to go to Dervish. Then you got to figure out what this clue is. When you finish all these things, this unlocks. You finish this thing, then this unlocks. So it's a nice open tree. It continuously makes you go forward. The nice thing is once you finish the first part, all of these ones down here open up, which allows you to play however you want. You don't have to go and do this specific area or this specific area. If you want, you can go over here and do this one. If you want, you can go and do this one. Like, you get to choose which one you want to do. It's very nice. The skill tree is back. The skill tree is very refined. It's not like the Valhalla one that took 30 years to figure out exactly what was going on. This one's very refined, really locked in, right? Like I said, I already went over the tools. Inventory is kind of the same thing. You have weapons, you have your outfit, costumes, kind of the basic, you know, your bag's your bag, you got all the normal stuff. Like, it's Assassin's Creed, bro. I don't know what to say other than that for gameplay. It's Assassin's Creed. The DLC, as of right now, there is only one DLC thing. As of right now, the one DLC thing is, where is it? The one DLC thing is right here. The 40 Thieves. The 40 Thieves is the one DLC thing, and you can do it literally at any point in the game. It's a solid little DLC. It doesn't take up too much time, and it's just a nice, easy thing. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it because there's a lot of things that I found funny with it, such as the code word to open the door is "Open Sesame," and I was like, "There's no way that that's what they're saying." Yep, that's what they're saying. And then while I'm here, in-game purchases. It's 2023. Most games have in-game purchases. Do you need to buy any of this stuff? No, you don't. You really don't. None of this stuff matters. You don't need to buy it. You can finish the game without it. It's mainly just cosmetics, and then some of the things give you little abilities. You don't need any of this stuff. In my honest opinion, there's no point in buying any of this stuff. That's just my opinion. Unless you want to look like a fire demon, then do it, right? If you want to look like this while you're running around, right, and burn people when you assassinate them, then sure. Then buy this stuff, right? However, though, for me personally, nah. Bird's kind of cool. But yeah, no. So the additional in-game purchases doesn't matter. Like I said, it's 2023. If you want to buy it, but you don't have to. It's not a negative. It's not going to negatively affect your gameplay if you don't buy it. The story. The story is actually really good. The story is actually really good. The first, and like I said, I played the game for 30 hours. 30 hours. And I only monkeyed around a couple times. I only spent like an hour or two just running around doing random stuff, exploring. Right? Within that 30 hours, the first hour and a half is the setup to the entire story. This is who you are. This is what's happening. Boom. This thing happened. Oh no. Uh-oh. Now we're becoming an assassin. And then the story unfolds from there. It's a nice, simple story. It keeps pushing you forward. And it's like, in order to get to the next part of this area, guess what you have to do? The story. Can you go to all the other areas in this? Yeah. But if you just do the story, you naturally go to those areas. Then you move here. Naturally go to the different areas just by doing the story. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing in here. The story is a nice, easy progression thing, and it genuinely brings you in, encapsulates you to an extent, and makes you want to figure out what is going on and how things are going. If you guys have watched through the series already, you'll see at the end of it, I had my ideas of like, this is what was going to happen. Nothing happened that I thought was going to happen. Complete shift, right? I was lost. It was a really cool experience because I thought like this is how everything was going to happen. I was kind of seeing ways that it was going to work, like this was going to do this, and this was this, and this was this. Get to the end of the game, none of those things happened. Nice change up. The environment is awesome. The fact that it is Baghdad, if the Baghdad location gives it more of the feel of the original and old school Assassin's Creed games, along with the simplicity of just like, hey, sneak around, assassinate, use some of your tools, don't get into massive combat fights. Those two things make the game feel like an old Assassin's Creed game. And it was really cool seeing that. But like I said, the story is awesome. There's a lot of little side things you can do within the story that is nice as well. And it just brings the whole thing together. I thoroughly was always, like, I was always itching to play again. I was playing the game in, like, hour segments, always itching to play the game again, because I just wanted to see where the story was going next, right? So how much fun was this? Yes. It was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I was capping myself at, like, an hour and a half playing every time, because I didn't want to overdo the game and ruin it for myself. So I played it like an hour sprees, boom, boom, boom. You can get a lot done in an hour, and it was a lot of fun. I wanted to play more, but I forced myself not to. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There were moments that were frustrating, and I will get to that in a little bit here. There were moments that were frustrating. However, in the grand picture scheme of things, I thoroughly enjoyed this game and had a lot of fun. Now, is it worth the money? Is it worth the money? That's the question. There's two versions from what I know. There's a version that gives you like a bundle, and then there's the regular base version. The regular base version, I do believe, not on sale, is like $50. I think I paid $50 for this. The only thing I got was the DLC. It was that DLC, the 40 Thieves. That's it. I thoroughly think it is worth it. It is, like I said, I played it for 30 hours. Most players, it's like 20 hours, I think. I took a little bit more time and just kind of like monkeyed around a little bit, but you can complete the game in like 15 to 20 hours. For 30 bucks, for like 40, 50 bucks, I'll take that. Like I said, it's bringing back the old Assassin's Creed vibe without it being one of those things where it's like you have this skill tree and the skill tree does all these different things and then there's all this stuff and da-da-da-da-da. No. So, to kind of wrap this all up, right, because I don't want to take it too much of y'all time, right? I'm going to go my cons first. Sometimes the combat is incredibly clunky. Sometimes, true combat is incredibly clunky. To the point where, like, it's incredibly frustrating and you can kind of just easily die without even thinking about it. That's a big negative for me. Outside of that, though, really some of the climbing aspects and the quote unquote parkour aspects, kind of it's not even that it's bad. It's just the fact of you would expect the game by now to be able to have it so when I want to climb into a tree or like when I want to climb into a window, for instance, it doesn't take me 5 years to climb into the window. The parkour is still the same as it's always been, though. It's just regular parkour. Those are really my only two cons. Other than that, the only other real one that I could say is that there's only a small amount of items that you can get within the game, right? Now, of course, like I said, if I bought 3, then this 3 is filled up. But I've done everything in the game, and there's still a whole row left. Same thing with daggers. Same thing with the outfits, right? There's a lot of things that, like, I feel like they could have added a couple more items, and it would have made things a little bit, not better, but it would have given you more choices, right? Because for the majority of the game, as soon as I got this sword, or as soon as I got this one, or this one, as soon as I got one thing, I stuck with it. I didn't even bother switching out to other items. I just was like, oh, cool, this works. Done. Right? I think there should always be an incentive to try and try these different things, and it really didn't feel like there was too much of an incentive to me to try them. So now the pros. The pros is if you loved the old school Assassin's Creed games and you weren't a massive fan of Valhalla, you're going to like this game. It is that simple. You are going to like this game because there is a lot of things you can do in this game. Oh, I thought that guy I could pick rock from. There's a lot of things you can do from this game. It has the old school feel, like I said. You're running around, you're doing your missions, you're being sneaky. It's, it's an old school Assassin's Creed game that looks great. Uh-oh. Yellow area, not going on. So yeah. Like, it's it's one of those things, like, I'm having a hard time actually, like, trying to fully let you guys know, like, that, like, she's like, yeah, this is, I thoroughly have enjoyed this game. There. At the end of the day, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I think this is a fantastic addition to Assassin's Creed. And I'm honestly hoping that there is more. I honestly hope that they add some more DLC stuff to the game. Because I genuinely want to play more. I just don't know what they would do for DLC for this. The only true thing I could think of was if they go from here to Basim going to England. That was the only thing I could think of that I thought would be kind of cool. Oh, that one took a long time. But like outside of that, though, I don't know, man. I genuinely like this game. I genuinely like this game. The game feels fun to play. It's a good like it feels like Assassin's Creed is back. There, that's the best way to put it. Like this game makes you feel like Assassin's Creed is back. When we all grew up and we all knew Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations 3, right? We all played those games. And then Black Flag was good. Then we hit Unity. Then we hit Syndicate. Then things started kind of wavering a little bit, right? Then we had Odyssey, Origin, Valhalla. Things continue to waver. This makes you feel like Assassin's Creed is back. It brings you back to the old days, and it makes it fun. If you're I'm going to say this right now, though, to end this whole thing. If you expect to go into Assassin's Creed Mirage expecting a brand new experience that revolutionizes Assassin's Creed, don't play the game. Because that's not what this is. This is a great story. It is a fun playthrough. And it is continuing the Assassin's Creed game series. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel like this kind of saved the Assassin's Creed series. And I'm going to word it like that. So, is there negatives? Yes. Are there positives? Yes. But did I have fun with the game overall? And do I think it was worth the money? Yes, I do. And yes, I do. So, hopefully that helped you guys. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments down below. I'll answer anything when it comes to this right now. Like I said, I've put in the time. It was a lot of fun. And I genuinely hope that they add something to the game DLC-wise. Right? But that's all I got. So let me know down in the comments down below what you guys thought of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What did you guys end up running as like your main set? And yeah, if you have any questions, I'm here. As always, depending where you are. Morning, afternoon, even night, stay out of trouble, stay safe, and we talk to y'all later. Bye. I like Assassin's Creed. I thought Valhalla. I thought I was gonna like Valhalla a lot, and I didn't like Valhalla a lot. This game I was very excited about with the look, the atmosphere, the style of it, and at the end of the day, that's the biggest thing. Is like this game just plays very well to its strengths. Its strengths are very strong.